United States citizen scam, the legal manipulation of sovereignty. The corporate structure of government and the legal status of citizens. All government entities in the United States operate as corporations and are responsible for enacting approximately 800,000 statutes, all designed to control the sovereign people of America. These statutes, much like the decrees of monarchs, cannot be enforced against sovereign individuals, who are the source of law as living, breathing, flesh and blood persons. Throughout history, various power-holding entities, including the King, the Vatican, the Founding Fathers, and modern public officials, have sought to consolidate control over the American populace. The U.S. Constitution, however, largely prevented these efforts. Consequently, legal and administrative maneuvers were devised to convert sovereign Americans into corporate fictions, making them subject to statutory control. The role of education in legal manipulation. To ensure continued control, it was deemed necessary to restrict public education from exposing the truth about legal sovereignty. Thus, both private and public education systems were placed under government oversight. Without constitutional authority, the U.S. Department of Education was established. Since the Constitution assigns education to individual states, multiple states challenged this federal overreach. The matter eventually reached the U.S. Supreme Court, which, notably, has never been a legitimate Article III constitutional court. The Supreme Court ruled that federal oversight of education was permissible under Congress' constitutional authority to regulate commerce. This flawed legal interpretation enabled the federal government to initiate a widespread re-education process, effectively programming the public to accept governmental authority and corporate jurisdiction. The United States citizen trap and legal definitions. A crucial component of this manipulative legal structure is the intentional redefinition of citizenship. On virtually every official form, including voter registration forms and government benefit applications, individuals are asked, "Are you a United States citizen? Yes/no?" Most people automatically select yes without understanding the legal implications. However, legal dictionaries define United States citizen as a corporate fiction, meaning that by affirming this status, individuals unknowingly surrender their sovereignty and accept corporate jurisdiction. By selecting yes, individuals unknowingly waive their inherent rights as sovereigns, place themselves under statutory jurisdiction, legally bind themselves to corporate governance. To make matters worse, this declaration is made under penalty of perjury, effectively sealing the agreement in legally binding terms. The abolition of sovereign states and the federal takeover. A fundamental turning point in this legal transformation occurred in 1790, with the adoption of Article I of the Statutes at Large. This measure abolished sovereign state status, converted all states into federal districts, granted the federal government jurisdiction over all territories. Because the federal government operates as a corporation, and corporations can lawfully own other corporations, individuals who have declared themselves United States citizens have effectively submitted themselves as corporate entities under federal ownership. Thus, when the matter of federal oversight of education was brought before the Supreme Court, the ruling favored the corporate federal government, reinforcing total corporate control over individual citizens. The elimination of sovereign status through voluntary registration. The solidification of government-operated legal fictions. Legal trickery and the role of lawyers in governance. This transformation illustrates how legal manipulations have been used to systematically deceive the American people. The judicial system, composed largely of lawyers trained in corporate law, has facilitated these tactical deceptions. This is why lawyers should not be permitted to serve in government. Legal professionals often prioritize corporate interests over constitutional rights. Judicial rulings tend to reinforce corporate authority rather than individual sovereignty. Reclaiming sovereignty and challenging the United States citizen status. Understanding the United States citizen scam is crucial for those seeking to reclaim their sovereignty. By learning about the legal definitions, contractual implications, and jurisdictional traps, individuals can take proactive steps to challenge their status and reassert their natural rights. Key steps include researching legal definitions of citizenship and sovereignty, challenging jurisdiction in legal proceedings, refusing to contract under false legal premises. Take action, assert your sovereignty today. By understanding how the United States citizen scam operates, individuals can make informed decisions about their legal status and challenge unlawful governance structures. Recognizing these legal deceptions is the first step toward reclaiming sovereignty and personal autonomy.